Right, are you ready? I'm going to try and... Oh, here we go. Way.
I'll push you.
Oh my God, I'm getting dizzy. I'm going to spew.
I really want to fail, and I really don't want to fail on this because the reason I want to fail on it is because I want to send it to Fail Army. If you don't know who they are, it's a YouTuber. He does like target practice fails, stuff.
Not quite how I expected to start Valentine's Day.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Nothing at all. Huh?
Are you vlogging?
I might be, but then again I might not be.
The vlogsters.
Alright guys, after that bit of madness earlier, the frost warnings come on. It's actually snowing a little bit here in East Yorkshire right now. It's not settling, it's too warm really for it to settle, but it's strange because I'm actually just leaving a very sunny area, and I've just been and dropped my grandson off here. It was sunny all the way through to town, and I stopped by in town just to pick up a couple of bits, and it started to snow as I was leaving, and it was just a very wet slushy snow. And now we've all got like this little hard balls of sleet at the minute up here. Now up here used to, when the winters were a bit harsher, it used to actually, this particular stretch of road here used to drift up quite badly. In fact, one night I nearly ran into a wagon because you just couldn't see it. The blizzard was so horrific. You know, it was coming towards me. I couldn't tell which side of the road I was on. I actually looked out my window and saw these lights, and I thought, house lights there, why are they there? And I realised it was because I was too close to the house. Normally I'm further away from it, I was on the wrong side of the road, and I moved across, and then a big wagon went the other way. So yeah, so it's it's just changing back to a little bit of fine snow now. But yeah, it was a bit too sort of. But then the temperature has very suddenly dropped. Very suddenly, actually. It's obviously come in with this weather system. But yeah, we've had a beautiful sunny morning and early afternoon, and then it's turned to this. You know, because we have been getting some better weather now. The nights are getting lighter again, which is nice. Starting to see some sunsets instead of just daylight sort of sky glow sets, I suppose. But yeah, this is going to get quite bad looks of things. So yeah, I had my grandson at the park earlier, and he sort of wants to vlog as well. He's been he watches gaming channels himself because he does like the gaming and what have you. Does enjoy the sort of the games that sort of act more exuberantly, I suppose. But yeah, I've got to go and put a large chunk of pork in. What was supposed to be happening was I was supposed to be picking my daughter and my granddaughter up and bringing them through, because originally the whole idea was they were coming through, and then I was going to pick them up because what has happened? There are cars out of MOT, so, and then she didn't realise that I was going to go through and pick her up. She sort of just settled in for the day now, so that's that. But happy Valentine's Day to you all. I hope you've had a nice card, plenty of chocolates, bunch of flowers, ladies. So I bought the wife some flowers. Got those yesterday. They were delivered this morning. Prices of flowers absolutely horrendous. They quadrupled, don't they? Just around this weekend. You know, tomorrow you'll be able to pick up a bunch of roses from what's normally an expensive florist, and it'll be what was left over from today, and you'll be able to pick them up for a great big bunch for about £5 or something like that. It's about right. Yeah, today it's been, what's it been? It's been, some places have been charging as much as £35 for a dozen red roses. And to be fair, the only ones that have been keeping the prices down and low are Tesco's, where you could get a dozen red roses for £10. But I didn't get roses because I wanted a delivery, so I've got a bunch of basically a mixed bunch, which as it happens has some of her lilies in, which are her favourite flower. So the calla lilies, you know, the big white ones that open up as a big star, she loves those, so that's what she's got. It's been, God, it hasn't half turned bloody miserable. Still a bit of blue sky around here and there though, so might clear up again yet. But yeah, it's got really quite dark in here, getting a bit of grain in the picture now. So I do hope you're all having a good Valentine's Day. We've not really been out for Valentine's Day for a long time, purely because it's just so awkward and painful for the wife to go out, so we don't very often. Also, our meds have a tendency to make her fall asleep at the table. So we tend to avoid going out. But I've got a huge lump of pork in the oven at home, which is going to take some time. That's been in since, God, what time did I put that in? 2:30. I'm not even sure it's going to be done by 5, to be honest, so could be a late tea tonight. And my granddaughter's done us all some heart-shaped biscuits for Valentine's Day. So they're like you know, like the Rice Krispie type things. So I look forward to eating those. I do, honestly, sweetheart, I do. Gotta say that, she'll watch this later. But no, I will eat them, definitely. So I've just finished, I did that video this morning actually, for sort of like my final sort of thoughts on the Microsoft Lumia. 50 XL, and I think what I was trying to show more in it was demonstrate the use of continuum. It's interesting because obviously you can already do that sort of thing with computers by using you know, a third-party piece of software like a ScreenFlow software, or you know, it's all sort of like doable in a roundabout fashion already, you know, and also you can do it in the same sort of thing in other ways, whereby like with a Mac you can start writing an email, go home and hand it off to your Mac from your iPhone or your iPad or whatever. Obviously continuum can be done wirelessly as well if you've got obviously a Windows-based tablet. It's definitely usable, but obviously it depends on the use scenario, whether it's usable to you. You know, it's quite a unique sort of, not unique, it's just a different way of doing it. I suppose it's just a way of running the features across to a big screen and then controlling said features external from the device, i.e. using Bluetooth equipped mouse and keyboard, or in actual fact the the Lumia itself does become a trackpad, so to speak, which I'm not quite 100% keen on. But then I have gotten used to a large Mac trackpad, you know, the Magic trackpad, rather than using, you know, I tend to prefer that from a mouse, although a mouse still has a good position at a desk for finer sort of pointing and editing video and stuff like that, especially for me. But I do like the mouse that they sent with it, which is the Microsoft mouse, and it's the way like you can bend the back of the mouse, and when you bend it flat, you've actually effectively turned it off. It is a switch when you do that, and when you bend it into a curve to fit into the palm of your hand, that turns it back on, and it connects directly to its own little USB dongle, which you plug into the back of the Microsoft dock. I really do like the mouse. I like the whole thing really, but it still just needs some polish. It needs polishing up a bit. It just needs something doing. It works. It works better on a Windows monitor than it does a TV. Although our TV is just a standard HD TV that I put it on. I think I put some photographs up of it or something somewhere. Maybe on Twitter or something, I can't remember. I definitely took some photographs. In fact, if I can find the photographs, I'll probably just stick them in the vlog here or something. Because obviously on just a standard definition sort of TV or HD TV, it's very pixelated when you blow it up to sort of like, because ours is a 16 now. And some things were like hiding slightly off the screen and stuff like that. And obviously a TV is where I can see it being used more like that, like with say a travelling rep, salesman, travelling worker, and then rather than staring at a small screen when he gets back to his hotel room on a night or whatever, transferring it across to the hotel room TV. So he's got a bigger screen and can sort of kick back and relax a bit better. In my opinion, that would be one of the best use scenarios of it. You know, then writing up documents or transferring images, you know, sending emails to, you know, back to work base or whatever. So, you know, I can see it getting used like that. That would, to me, would be the most sensible use of it, because I think it's a little cost prohibitive when you consider that for the same price of that full kit from Microsoft, well, for less money you could actually buy the Lumia itself and a laptop when they value the entire kit at £900, which obviously it wouldn't be if you were to split it all up and buy it separately from deal sites or Amazon or somewhere like that, and you can get it a damn sight cheaper. I mean, I've seen the little sort of, you know, that little dock, which is beautifully made, by the way. That is a stunning piece of hardware, that. It is build quality, because it is this solid chunk of not stainless, well, maybe it's stainless actually, I'm not sure. It's not aluminium, it feels like steel, and it is solid. Some people might find the sharp edges a little bit off-putting, because believe me, if you hit somebody with that, you could do some serious damage. It is quite weighty, and won't slide around your desk easily, definitely not. Somebody's taken a tree away. So, but anyway guys, I'm almost back home. I've got a few bits and pieces to do, and I will pop back and see you after I've got things like my Yorkshire puddings, and, well, pudding mix and all my veg done and stuff like that. So I'll catch up in a bit, guys. Mooching. Oh dear. So I've just finally got me veg on and what have you. Got it all cut and on. Got my batter mix made. So it's just been snowing and hailing again actually. Roof of the car's all covered in hailstones now. But I've just had one of my Rice Krispie things from my granddaughter. Very tasty. Sticky, but tasty. So yeah, I was on about that Lumia stuff earlier, wasn't I? With the desktop dock and everything. Like I say, it's yeah, it's nice, and I think it's thought out okay. I still think, you know, if I was going to spend money, I'd be waiting for the wireless generation of it. You know, you should be able to bring that in and just sit it on top of the wireless charging dock, and because you've sat it on there, it should automatically light up your monitor and, you know, stuff like that. That's the sort of thing I'd be waiting for with that, and for your mobile device to be much more powerful, I suppose, and then maybe share some of the sort of power and what have you required, you know. So as soon as you sit it down, it connects up to your monitors and all things like backup drives, hard drives, extra RAM, extra graphics, accelerator cards and all that sort of thing, you know. But obviously right now you're at the point where all that needs a case to sit in, you know, the size of a little PC basically, you know, because you can get some of these quite little desktop PCs now, can't you? You know, and that's what it requires right now. You know, I'd like to see all that just built into the back of a monitor or something like that, you know, a bit like an iMac or something, but, you know, doesn't necessarily need to run on its own. It can actually run from whatever you've done that day on your mobile device sort of thing, you know. You bring home any photographs, videos, notes that you've written, all that sort of stuff, you know. Then you're getting it down to where it's more sort of like very much a singular ecosystem, and as long as you've got backup drives and what have you, it won't give you any problems. So, you know, it just needs some polishing, but it's you know, it's quite nice. Like I say, the device itself, work and use wise, is really nice. You know, it's got a few bugs that need ironing out. That's software, obviously. And I just, you know, I want the back of the phone sorted out. I don't like that plastic back at all. Really don't. It's just too thin. It's when you take it off, it's just, nah. If you dropped it, that'd crack straight away. You know, and it's, I don't know how cheap they are. I haven't really looked into the price of that. Just buying one of them, but obviously that's got the it's got the charging thing in the back for the wireless charging and stuff like that, so technically it could be a relatively expensive piece of plastic. So, you know, but what else have I done? I still keep going on gaming on what do you call it, Mortal Kombat X, the mobile platform. You know, I know I'd just get my arse totally whipped if I went on the full platform, you know, on a gaming console, because I wouldn't be able to get my fingers to operate all that fast. I really wouldn't. But no, it's good fun on the mobile, and you know, I'm sort of like up in the top I'm always in the top 15 to 20%, so I do okay. I see, what was it, Robert Cooper just mentioned it in his vlog yesterday because I pointed it out to him. Chris Perillo has been using the AeroPress for his coffee, which it sort of, I don't know, it sort of tickled me a little bit, and it just shows how popular a device they are, you know, because they are very easy to keep clean and what have you, and look after and maintain. You know, I think if anything was going to go on them eventually, it'd be the rubber seal part at the end. You know, that would eventually sort of crack, and you know, but at the price of it, it's not going to happen that quick and at the price of them you can afford to keep replacing them, like, you know. But yeah, I've still got mine. I keep it up there actually, out of the way, out of the hands of thieving gates, but I've still got a little bit of coffee left. But yeah, there it is. It's like I say, it's a great little device. So easy and simple to use as well. You know, that's your filter holder at the back there. You put your coffee above that, put your hot water in and squeeze it down. It's, you know, simple really. I've got some coffee beans as well the other week. I still haven't managed to do that other thing. Somebody sent me a coffee mill to review, which I'll probably just put on Amazon. I don't know that I'll have it on here. You know, just a little hand winder, but it's more of a travel companion type one, you know, because it all sort of like collapses up quite sort of small and what have you. So it's more for like making yourself a nice cup of coffee on the go. You know, if you're camping or something, but I think I'd be more tempted to just take instant coffee then. So yeah, it's that time again, guys. It's coming to the end. I've got the meat that won't be far off ready now. It's a big chunk of pork, like I said earlier. And I'm not going to be far off now, serving up, going out with my tea, and then I've got this video which I'll edit and put up, and then I might get around to starting editing on the Microsoft one tonight, and see about, I don't know that that'll actually be up tonight, but this will be up tonight, it always is. Yeah, I'll have to get that up probably tomorrow night. I'll get that uploaded, but we'll see how things go. And I've still got like 2 or 3 other videos kicking around that I need to do. So with all that said, I will see you all next week. So as always, do take care of yourselves. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Sunday, guys. Cheers, guys. See you.